So let's take a look what self-gamification means and why there is a need for a new term. Self-gamification is not the same as gamification, although, as the name suggests, the term is based or is inspired by it. So let's see the definitions. One of the most common gamification definitions is the use of game design elements in non-game contexts. If we follow this approach, we can say that self-gamification is the application of game design elements to our own lives. But we can also say that self-gamification is a gameful self-help approach. I felt the need to coin this new term for gamifying one's life when I realized that there is more at stake here than just learning from games and game design. One of the gamification pioneers, Yu-Kai Chao, pointed that gamification is more than points, badges, and leaderboards. And the same applies to self-gamification. Above that, there is an essential feature to self-gamification which distinguishes it from gamification as it is currently known. Here it is. In self-gamification, you are both the designer and the player of your games. So, as the designer, you take the responsibility for how the game is developed. On the other hand, you, as the dedicated and highly interested player, you take the responsibility to play and give the designer feedback how the game could be improved. The game part and the design part are critical. Taking responsibility for how fun and engaging your games are for yourself as a player. Don't judge the player, but create the best games for your player, that is, yourself. Here's the difference between the self-gamification approach and the games and gamification frameworks designed by others. In self-gamification, you and no one else have to develop your short, also daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, etc. games. You'll do good playing other people's games and combine them with your own. But it is your choice and responsibility how you mix the games and mix with your own. Nobody else can do it for you, even if they wanted to. In the next lecture, you will learn what three approaches make together the self-gamification, which will help you to turn your own life into fun games and have fun with everything or anything you are up to. But if you have any questions to this lecture, feel free to post them in the discussion area and I will be happy to answer them.